Up next, Roni Proder is helping us reinvent our dinners.
I'm going to show you how to make chicken marsala from scratch in less than 15 minutes, and then we're going to reinvent the leftovers into another yummy dish.
Welcome back, everybody. Our next guest is an award-winning food and lifestyle expert and the host of Dinner Reinvented. Please welcome to our home, Roni Proder, who is here to make chicken marsala and roasted fingerling potatoes. I love this Dinner Reinvented. What does that mean?
Well, I'm a mom of 2 boys and working and just trying to get it all done. You know,
yeah, we
you
all
guys know what it's like to have a family and try and cook dinner. And so I want to reinvent the way. Oh my gosh,
look at
that was on my birthday actually, just a few days ago, taking a hike with my 2 boys and my husband. And I want to reinvent the way that we think about dinner and take some of the stress off. Like, this is just dinner, people. Like,
I know.
You can do it. It's not rocket science. You don't have to stress over it. Take the guilt away. It's all good.
Well, today you are making us chicken marsala with fingerling potatoes.
Yes.
That will then be reinvented the next day into something equally as delicious.
I love to reinvent leftovers because oftentimes we have half of dinner and we don't know what to do with it, and it's not enough to feed the whole family, and we don't want to just like microwave that chicken. It doesn't taste great. So,
it never tastes as good the second day.
No, but reinventing it into another dish, all of a sudden it has new life.
We love it. All right.
And my kids, if I say, oh, we're having leftovers, but if I'm reinventing something, they're much more creative.
That's exactly right.
You guys dig in. We're going to start with your chicken marsala. So I love chicken marsala, by the way, and it can be very impressive.
You guys, it smells so good. Does it not smell so good?
It does.
By the way. So what I do is I take my chicken breasts and I actually slice them in half, and then I pound them with plastic wrap over it. Now, let's say you don't have a mallet. No worries. Grab your cast iron skillet and pound it out, right?
And get all of your frustration out on the chicken.
It's all good. Okay, so you take it and then you dust it with some flour.
Okay.
All right, and what that does, when you sear it, it gives it that beautiful golden brown. Okay, so you sear it in your pan.
Beautiful.
It gets really nice and golden, just a couple of minutes on each side. And what I love is that you can do this part ahead of time.
Okay.
When chicken is really thin, it cooks in half the time, so just a few minutes on each side, and then we're going to take the chicken out.
Okay.
And we start to saute our mushrooms.
And that tenderizes it, right?
It tenderizes it when you pound it out, and then when you sear it, really, it's just like a few minutes. Take it out, you saute your mushrooms, and now you're starting to have all of those yummy bits at the bottom.
So you drop the mushrooms in the same pan that you were doing the chicken. Perfect. So you have all the fondant in there. Okay.
The less mess, the better. I really don't want to use a ton of stuff in the kitchen anyway, because I'm the one who has to clean it up.
Yeah, you're not kidding. You're cooking and clean. But the marsala, really, when you're making chicken marsala, is all about that beautiful marsala sauce.
It's all about the marsala. So on top of the mushrooms, once they've sauteed a little bit, we're going to add the marsala, and that's what smells so incredible. And then would you do the chicken broth for me?
Of course. So when you're saying marsala, you mean the marsala wine, not the marsala cooking wine.
Yeah, don't do any cooking wine. Are you kidding me?
Okay, because there's 2 different things.
Well, if you look at the ingredients in the Marsala cooking wine, there's not a lot of wine, and there's a lot of other stuff in it.
It's salt and water. I'm like, this isn't wine.
Some corn syrup and stuff. You don't need it. Marsala is really delicious. It's sweet. It's very inexpensive. So you can find it in a lot of grocery stores or in the wine store. Very, very easy to find. Let's say you don't have Marsala.
Okay.
Use white wine.
Sure.
Add a little bit of brown sugar to it, and you have something that's really rich and yummy, a little bit of sweetness. Like, get creative. It's, again, don't stress over it, you guys. It's just
a reinvention of your wine.
There you go.
Right?
You're welcome.
Wine reinvented. So once it comes up to a little simmer, now we're going to add the chicken
Put them back in. All right.
And this is what is going to develop all of that unbelievable flavor.
It's really going to infuse back in there.
Yes.
That's beautiful.
So even if it's not cooked all the way, now a couple of minutes simmering here is going to cook it, and it makes the sauce really, really thick.
That smells amazing.
Okay, so this is our finished chicken marsala. I'm going to bring this right over here.
But I noticed that the fingerling potatoes over there have also been cooking while we're making the marsala.
So we used 2 pans today.
Okay.
If you really do not want to use another pan, you could take that off and you could use the same pan and pan roast your fingerling potatoes. And what I love about these is they're like little fingers. You cut them in half, you brown them, you turn them over, you toss it, you turn it around.
And they're fun for kids.
They're so fun for kids. Kids can pick them up. They can, eat with their fingers.
Do you use butter or olive oil?
I mean, I use a little bit of butter.
Good, I like that.
But you could use olive oil if you wanted.
By the way, it has to be said that way. I used a little bit of butter.
Yes, exactly. But what I like is that once it's plated, You can mash these pan-roasted fingerling potatoes, and it just soaks up all of the sauce.
Oh.
Yes.
That's
and I love it with like a little fresh arugula salad that you can simply dress with like a little olive oil, lemon juice, and you have something super, super simple.
Now, if that wasn't enough.
I know.
So
It's gonna get better.
this is what we're eating on Monday, but what about Tuesday?
Yes.
Stand by.
I know it. How good does this look? So we turned this with a little bit of ciabatta bread and the chicken. And by the way, we sliced the mushrooms lengthwise just so that it would make it that much easier to make the sandwich. Because I don't know about you, but my kids are like, if it's messy and it's moving around.
Oh, sure. No, it's slimy.
Yes.
Oh.
So this way it all stays in there nice and neat. And I put a little bit of arugula. We put some Havarti and provolone, which is like melty and gorgeous and delicious. And now we have something that looks and tastes totally different using the same ingredients.
And you did this on the pan or in a,
you could do a panini press. You could do it in a cast iron skillet. You really could do it. You could do it in the oven, open-faced under the broiler. So you don't need a lot of expensive equipment or crazy things to make a really delicious dish for your whole family.
This is
That's
amazing.
fantastic.
I'm digging
Did
it.
you guys enjoy it?
There we go.
Too, is that you thought about like not only making the recipe easy, but making the cleanup easy, and that's something I never think about.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is so easy, but then I have like a million dishes.
Yep.
Right.
I would say that I have this philosophy of I cook you clean, but my husband never really picks up the
He doesn't pick up that concept.
I end up with both.
I know.
How does that work?
I don't know.
I know how to clean off a plate.
Yeah,
I know how
exactly.
that works.
That's
That's very
about
good. By the way, the recipe is available on our website. Follow Roni on Instagram at DINNERREINVENTED. Again, this recipe is in our Countdown to Valentine's Day cookbook, available HALLMARKCHANNEL.com.